Distinguished guests, members of the Yale community, greetings. It is an honor to address you today, and I want to start by thanking the Yale Club of Beijing, the Association of Chinese Students and Scholars at Yale, the Yale School of Management Greater China Club, and the Yale Venture Club for bringing us all together. This forum is more than just an event. It is a platform for dialogue, collaboration, and understanding, particularly at a time when the United States and China relationships demand open and constructive engagement to deal with the global challenges we face. This year marks the 46th anniversary of U.S.-China diplomatic relations, a milestone that prompts reflection on the evolving nature of this relationship. It has been shaped by both cooperation and competition, and as we look ahead, the importance of fostering productive dialogue has never been greater. The theme of this year's forum, Gathering on the Shore, the Bridge to the Future, speaks to the power of connection and collaboration, reinforcing the idea that despite challenges, we have the ability and responsibility to build a hopeful, peaceful, and prosperous future. Ladies and gentlemen, the world we live in today is more complex than ever. The climate crisis is escalating. Geopolitical tensions continue to rise. Inequality is rising, threatening global stability. And emerging technologies are transforming economies, societies, and even the nature of diplomacy. As President Xi Jinping said, and I quote, "A stable U.S.-China relationship is critical not only to the interests of the Chinese and American peoples, but also to the future and destiny of entire humanity." End of quote. In this reality, the United States and China, as the two world's largest economies, play a critical role. Their engagement not only impacts bilateral relations, it shapes global solutions to the challenges that affect us all. Despite tensions, history has shown the immense potential of collaboration. Over the past 46 years, U.S.-China exchanges in trade, investment, science and technology, and health have benefited both nations and the global community at large. This spirit of cooperation is what we must build upon. The United Nations continues to serve as a bridge for dialogue, multilateralism, and collective action. This year, the UN celebrates its 80th anniversary, and we stand at a pivotal moment in our collective efforts. We must take action urgently to commence implementation of the commitments under the Pact for the Future, the Global Digital Compact, and the Declaration on Future Generations. These frameworks will help shape multilateral engagement, laying a roadmap for progress on sustainable development, digital governance, and long-term cooperation. As the United Nations Secretary General Mr. Antonio Guterres said at last year's United Nations Civil Society Conference, and I quote, "We are striving to fully engage civil society and embed young people at the heart of decision-making in multilateralism. We need to be informed by your frontline know-how. We need your can-do attitude to overcome obstacles and find innovative solutions. And we need to use your networks, knowledge, and contacts to implement solutions and to persuade governments to act." End of quote. To the students and young scholars joining us today, you are the architects of the future. Your generation will shape the next chapter of U.S.-China relations and, more broadly, the direction of global cooperation, of multilateralism, and the United Nations itself. I encourage you to engage in open, thoughtful dialogue, even on difficult topics, seek innovative solutions to complex challenges, and champion the values of collaboration, inclusivity, and mutual respect. The bridges you build today through study, research, and personal connections will determine the strength of our shared future. I remain optimistic that China and the United States will continue to find new ways to cooperate. Global challenges cannot be solved in isolation, and history has shown that international cooperation is not a zero-sum game. It is a win-win proposition. Through collaborations, both nations stand to benefit, not only in terms of economic growth, but in building a more stable, peaceful, and sustainable world. In closing, I want to express my deep gratitude to the Yale community for organizing this very important discussions. These forums provide a space to exchange ideas, forge new connections, and more importantly, turn dialogue into action. I hope today's discussions inspire you to think boldly, engage deeply, and work collectively towards a more prosperous and united future. I wish you all a productive and successful conference. Thank you very much. 谢谢.